Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, man, you guys know the deal on this channel. So about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, we are going to set the record straight yet again on another ex-NBA player. This time, again, Lou Williams. I'm convinced, guys. I am convinced Lou Williams knows nothing about the NBA's history. He doesn't know a damn thing about basketball. Like I said, I'm convinced a lot of these guys, I told you, man, they don't know the game. They don't know the history of the game. They have no perspective historically. They never give you context. They just don't even know what they're talking about. They can never explain their opinions or how they feel, right? Their emotions. They're all emotions, these guys. They're all emotions, man. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I can tell you, they back their opinions with more opinion. They back their opinion with their emotions, with their feelings. They're not giving you any facts. So as clown Lou Williams says that there's no chance the Chicago Bulls in 1996 could beat the Dynasty Warriors, the 2017 Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant. He said no chance. Now, shout out to CJ Rivera for sending me this clip. I believe this clip was from a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. This clip was on some weird, another podcast that these guys have that the guys just talking and talk. Like I said, they're just being emotional and weird. And he says, no chance the Bulls can beat the Warriors, man. And I wrote a bunch of things that he said down that don't add. I told you, you can have that opinion. That's great for Lou Williams to have that opinion. He don't think the Bulls have a chance to beat the Warriors. Explain it to me. Help me understand what you're trying to say or see what you're trying to say, because I don't see that at all. No chance, man. My God, these guys, the wordings, the phrase that they use, and then things they say don't add up. We're going to talk about this video. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states that's been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled, man. Like I said, guys, it really means a lot. Shout out to CJ Rivera once again for sending me this clip. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me, these guys, what they say. They can never explain it. I'm actually surprised. They just never can. Lou Williams, I'm convinced. You're a fool. You're a straight clown. Oh, God. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, shout out to CJ Rivera for sending me this clip. And in this clip, you had Lou Williams talking with some other guy. I don't know who the other dude was. And you had Matt Barnes there. And Matt Barnes, to me, is a weird dude, man. Matt Barnes is like, he's like the hype man. Right? Everywhere I see Matt Barnes, everywhere he goes, it don't matter what's being said. Matt Barnes is just there behind the dude hyping him up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, true. I mean, and during this clip, Lou Williams is saying a bunch of nonsense. And then you got Matt Barnes there on the side saying, yeah, it's a different game. Every once in a while, he would just say some nonsense, basically backing up Lou Williams' statements here, confirming that the Chicago Bulls have no chance against the Golden State Warriors 2017. Now, for me, it's always interesting how they always put the 96 Bulls against the 2017 Warriors as if the 2017 Warriors are like the greatest team of all time or the second greatest team of all time. I don't even believe the Golden State Warriors of 2017 are a top 3 team or a top 5 team of all time. I don't believe that. Maybe they're a top 10 all-time team, but I do not believe they're a top 5 or a top 3 team or the greatest team of all time. I don't believe they're in that conversation. To me, they're not on the Bulls level. Not at all. But according to Lou Williams, the Bulls got no chance to beat the Warriors. No chance, man. So like I said, let's see what he says to explain this theory of his or this, opinion that he has. Let's hear what he says. The first thing he says is a different game. Oh, it's a different game today. It's a different game. Yeah, right, exactly. It's a different game. It's not basketball now. These guys keep saying it's a different game, but they're not saying it's basketball because it's not basketball. It's a different game. Exactly. It's not the same game. We grew up watching basketball. I told you, to me, it was basketball up until about 2012, 2000, like around that time, like they said, that 2010, that's when it became not basketball anymore. It didn't become about competition. Guys started teaming up and forming super teams, and load managing started becoming more prevalent. Guys flopping around at a high level became a thing. Like I said, the NBA just flipped upside down. Then we talked about over the last 10 seasons or so, it's about 2016, 2015, the three-point have ruined the NBA. And then you talk about this NBA over the last 5 years, let's say since 2020. Where's the officiating standard? It's all going downhill. So we talk about lack of competitiveness. We talk about all the three-point shooting that's been going on. And then we talk about, once again, the lack of officiating standard. All three of those things combined, guys, destroyed the league. Also going along with the guys, the players, right? These guys don't have any swag. They got no flair. They just got no style. They don't got no charisma. Like, I mean, their games are weak. Everybody's doing the same thing. These guys are basic, boring, and bland for the most part. They can't speak on a microphone. You can't get behind these clowns. So all that combines to where the NBA is today. So we talk about it's a different game. Yeah, it's a different game, my man. It's a crap game. This is not basketball, man. But Lou Williams is going to tell you it's a different game. Oh, these guys are better now. They're more skilled. These guys couldn't be able to play today. So I remember I wrote all this stuff down word for word, guys. So he continues. He says this. All that hand checking don't work when a guy is shooting 30 feet from you. So basically what he's saying, he's talking about Kevin Durant here, and he's saying all that hand checking ain't going to work on someone like Kevin Durant because he's pulling it from 30 feet. Pulling it from 30, right? What does Stephen A. Smith used to say? Kevin Durant can pull up from the parking lot. And what has that done for his career? Kevin Durant, with all that skill that Lou Williams talking about here, couldn't win no championships on his own. He had to go join Steph Curry to win championships. And then he leaves Steph Curry, hasn't sniffed a championship since. Not even sniffed one. Not even close. Not even in the realm of a championship for Kevin Durant. But he's talking about he can shoot from 30 feet. Who gives a damn if he can shoot from 30 feet? Lou Williams, you sound like stupid, man. Because like I said, Lou Williams don't know what he's talking about. I'm convinced. Lou Williams, you have exposed yourself as a fraud, dude. Like I said, I'm not knocking Lou Williams' skills on the court. I'm not saying I can beat Lou Williams one-on-one, or that he shouldn't have been in the NBA. But he don't know the game. He don't know the game. He don't know the history of the game. He damn sure don't know Michael Jordan. He don't know the Bulls in the 90s. These guys were not watching basketball in the 80s and the 90s. They were not. A lot of them weren't old enough to do this, and a lot of them just didn't care. They don't love the game. They don't care. I tell you, they play basketball because they were good at it. They don't know these guys like that. The way this man is talking, he's talking about hand checking don't work. Dude, we saw Kevin Durant struggling against Marcus Smart and the Boston Celtics a couple of years ago. But you're telling me the Chicago Bulls defense, their hand checking won't work against him because he can pull up from 30? Dude, he wouldn't be able to get to that point. That's the whole point, Lou Williams, you clown. You think Scottie Pippen ain't going to pick up Kevin Durant full court? They'll pick that man on full court. What's Kevin Durant going to do? What's he going to do? What's he going to do? He's not going to be able to get the ball to shoot it, you clown. He's talking about Kevin Durant pulling up from 30. By all means, Kevin Durant, keep shooting them 30-foot shots. He ain't making them joints. Take all them shots he wants, Lou Williams. Once again, you're just highlighting how bad the NBA is. Oh, this guy can shoot from 30 feet. Yeah, nobody wants to watch this crap. He ain't making it a high volume from 30 feet away. That hand checking won't work. The hand checking does work. It did work, and it worked against Kevin Durant just a couple of years ago. And they weren't even hand checking him. Just a couple of years ago against the Celtics in the first round, this man was averaging 5 turnovers a game. He could not even dribble the basketball against Marcus Smart. You think he's going to dribble the ball against Michael Jordan? He's going to dribble the ball against Ron Harper? He's going to dribble the ball against Scottie Pippen? No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not dribbling the ball against Mookie Blaylock. He's not dribbling the ball against Muggsy Bogues. He's not dribbling the ball against these clowns. They're going to pick him up full court, man. Once again, you're talking about Kevin Durant and how far he can shoot from. Clown stuff right here from Lou Williams. That's the game we want to watch. Guys shoot from 30 feet out, chucking up shots, shooting 10 shots and making 3 of them. He says, we don't care nothing about your hand checks. That's what he continues to say. We don't care nothing about your hand checks. Who's we? What do you mean we don't care nothing about your hand check? Did you play that era of NBA? No, you didn't, Lou Williams, but you're over here talking that we don't care. Have you been playing in hand check era? No, you were not. So what are you talking about? Listen to the people who know the game, like Hubie Brown, and listen to what Hubie Brown said about hand checking. Because once again, Hubie Brown gives you the facts and breaks it down so you can understand it. So Lou Williams, go watch Hubie Brown break down hand checking and what hand checking did and allowed defenders to do against the offensive guys. Hubie Brown talked about the size of the hands of a lot of these guys. So think about someone with giant hands, and they're allowed to put their giant hands on your hip and control which way you're going to go. Lou Williams said that don't matter. That don't matter. We don't care. Why? Because you guys can carry the ball now. Because you guys can take 4 or 5 steps now. So it don't matter. The handshake don't matter. Because you guys will have to travel and carry the ball. You couldn't do that in the 90s. Another thing that Lou Williams and his clown Matt Barnes, he kept saying throughout this entire clip is how, this is a different style of play. Well, he goes, what rules are we using? What rules? Are we playing with these rules or are we playing with those rules? Those were basketball rules. I hate when people say that stuff. You lose me right there. Oh, what rules are we playing with? What do you mean what rules we're playing? We're playing real basketball. If you think that this stuff over the last 10 years is basketball, then once again, like I said, you didn't watch basketball in the 80s and 90s and you didn't play basketball back in them days because that's not basketball. So when they talk about, what rules are we playing with or what era are we playing in, we're playing in a real era, a real basketball. This is not real basketball. So why would we be playing with these quote-unquote rules? There are no rules. There are no standards. Nobody wants to watch the Bulls play against the Warriors in a hypothetical scenario when they're allowed to travel and carry with the ball all over the court. How is that helping the game? How is that making a fair matchup? Hold the standard. Let me see Kevin Durant dribble the ball the real way. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. You think Draymond Green could dribble in the 90s? No, he can't dribble and bring the ball up in the 90s. You think Draymond Green's skilled enough to be a Scottie Pippen type player, point forward in the 90s? No, he's not. He's not. But Lou Williams over here talking about we don't care nothing about your hand checks. Yeah, ask Kevin Durant about how he did against the Boston Celtics a couple years ago. That dude couldn't even get the ball off the court. But you talking about Kevin Durant, all his skills. You're a joke, Lou Williams, a straight joke. And he continues to say more narratives. They never saw a 7-foot dude that can dribble and shoot. It's only so many times you can foul him. Really? This your explanation? You ever see this? You ever they do that? They never saw a 7-foot guy. Okay, number one, I don't believe Kevin Durant's 7 feet tall. If he is, great, but I don't believe he is. Secondly, once again, you're talking about dribble and shoot. Kevin Durant can shoot the ball, no doubt about it, but he can't dribble. He can dribble in this era, Lou Williams, in this era, Lou Williams. Lou Williams don't know the eras of the 80s and 90s, apparently. He don't know the officiating standard of the 80s and 90s. He would not be able to get away with these travels and carries the way that he's allowed to in this era. That's clear as day. I mean, my God, Lou Williams. Just watch the game, you fool. What are you watching? What are you watching? Never saw a 7-foot dude shoot. No, y'all ain't never seen a 7-foot dude like David Robinson. You ain't never seen no one like that in this era of NBA. You ain't never seen no one like Patrick Ewing in this era of NBA. Who's Nikola Jokic going against? There are no 7-footers in the NBA. Who are the 7-footers? Joel Embiid? The guy's never on the court. Victor Wembanyama, never on the court. I mean, come on, man. Let's be real here. These guys not on the court. Brook Lopez, these are the 7-footers in the league. Ivica Zubac, Jonas Valanciunas, these are the guys I'm supposed to be impressed with. Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, these are the 7-footers that they're talking about. He's talking about Kevin. Oh, they've never seen a guy like Kevin Durant. No, I know there was a guy that was about 6'10", 6'11". His name was Deadlift Shrimp, and that dude could knock shots down. Not saying he was like Kevin Durant or could dribble or any of this kind of stuff, but that man was solid playmaker, man. He was a greater playmaker than Kevin Durant, in my opinion. Deadlift Shrimp. Kevin Durant's not a playmaker. I told you, he's only a dribbler in this era. He didn't play. He can't pass the ball. The man turned the ball over the same volume that he passes the but makes assists. In this era where the assists are inflated and the turnovers aren't counted like that. So you're talking about, oh, I never seen a guy. Tom Chambers was doing things I've seen on the court that I never seen none of these guys out here do at the power forward spot anymore. All these guys are shot chuckers. Tom Chambers would take you down low and dunk on you. These guys don't do that kind of stuff no more, man. So I ain't never seen nobody in this era NBA like Charles Oakley or Anthony Mason. I don't see none of these guys. Like I said, I don't see no Karl Malone's rolling around here in this era of NBA. Karl Malone was 6'9", 6'10", built like a tank. And he played like a tank. Not like LeBron James, who they say is built like one, but plays like he's 6'2", 185 pounds. All right, flopping and falling all over the damn court. So once again, man, I asked the Williams, what the hell are you talking about here? Once again, making excuses on 7 feet tall. Like, come on, give me a break, dude. Kevin Durant's frail as hell, soft as hell. And then he says, they can only foul you so many times. They wouldn't have to foul that many times. Let Kevin Durant go to the hole one time and get fouled hard by Bill Laimbeer. Not saying it's going to be a clean play. Not saying that it's right. But this was your play through back in them days. Kevin Durant too frail for that. Take one hit and be done for the rest of the season. One hit, be done for the game. We're going to act like Kevin Durant's tough, Lou Williams? Kevin Durant ain't tough. The guy's sensitive as hell. We've seen this. And his body's frail. So I don't know what he's talking about. Then he continues on. And Matt Barnes says this. This is where Matt Barnes, once again, he had to chime in like a clown, Matt Barnes. He says this. What's their best 3 defenders? Jordan, Rodman, and Pip? And he said it as if they're nobodies. Who's their best defenders? Jordan, Rodman, and Pip. And then he says, but who's chasing Steph? Who is chasing Clay? Matt Barnes, are you really for real with that question? Really, Matt Barnes? You're asking who's chasing Steph? So let me get this straight, Matt Barnes. Matthew Dellavedova did a really solid job against Steph Curry in the 2015 finals. So much so, Steph Curry didn't even win the finals MVP. He would turn the ball over left and right against Matthew Dellavedova. Not saying that Matthew Dellavedova shut him down, but he made Steph Curry struggle out there, and that was some pretty physical deep. That's Matthew Dellavedova. Does anyone think that Matthew Dellavedova is on the level of Ron Harper or Scottie Pippen or Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman? And you notice he didn't even mention Ron Harper. Right? Or who's their best, who's their best 4 defenders? They got 4 really good defensive players. Really good defenders, guys. And 3 of those guys are all-time great. They're not just great or good. They're all-time great, Matt Barnes. So when you throw their names out there all willy-nilly, like they're nobodies or they're just some second-rate defenders, dude, you sound ridiculous. You sound like a straight fool. Like I know you are. Come in here and you're going to chime in with that while Luke Williams is talking nonsense. This is what you come in with? This is what you interrupt him with? Who's their best 3? Who's chasing Steph? Who's Steph Curry guarding Matt Barnes? Who's he guarding Steph Curry? Ron Harper? Ron Harper will take him in the post all day long. Who is Steph Curry guarding? Who's Klay Thompson guarding? Guarding Michael Jordan? He's guarding Michael Jordan, Klay Thompson? Who's Klay Thompson? They make it seem like Klay Thompson is some like elite crazy player, man. Klay Thompson is a spot-up shooter, man. Where's Klay Thompson without Steph Curry? Nothing without Steph Curry. Nothing. So once again, you're trying to make it seem like who's chasing Steph? Who's chasing Klay? Who's chasing them? These guys are going to lock them up. They're going to be playing defense on them. Once again, we're playing real basketball here where you can use physicality. You can hand check Steph Curry. So if he struggles against Matthew Dellavedova to a degree, he's going to have a hard time against Jordan. He'll have a hard time against Harper. A hard time against Pippen. Are you kidding me? Rod Harper with them long arms? Much better friend than Dellavedova. Come on, stop it. I saw Kyrie Irving giving Steph Curry problems on defense. Kyrie Irving giving Steph Curry problems on defense in 2016 finals, man. What are we doing here? Stop it. Matt Barnes, you sound insane. Who's chasing Steph and Clay? Oh, my God. Who is Steph guarding? Who's he guarding? Who? Don't let them get Steph on a switch. It's going to be trouble. Don't let them get Klay Thompson. Imagine Klay Thompson trying to guard Michael Jordan in the post. Soft Klay Thompson. A great knockdown shooter from spot up, man. He ain't doing nothing. They have Klay Thompson locked up. Klay Thompson can't dribble the ball against Jordan. He can't dribble the ball against Pippen. And then Lou Williams says this. He goes, I always refer to this. And I want to hear what he had to say. I always refer to this. Okay, let me hear what you got to say. He goes, I refer to the shot 98. He goes, you guys understand that shot that Michael Jordan hit over Byron Russell and, the fadeaway in the hand there, right? He goes, you know that made the score 86-84. He goes, them boys putting up 130s. They're scoring 130 in the game. These guys had 86-84. I started laughing out loud when he said that. These guys were saying this with a straight face, acting like they talking and saying something good, like they saying something profound. Oh, yeah, I always reference this. So you're saying that because it was 86-84 in the finals, that means that they can't compete with the Warriors? No, what that shows, my man, Lou Williams, like you're not going to admit that they played defense back in that era, my man. Defense. So what is Steph Curry doing and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green and Kevin Durant doing? They're going to score 130 against the Bulls' elite level defense? You're living in a fantasy world, man. Them boys putting up 130s. Yeah, in this era where guys don't play no physical D, where guys can't play physical D, where guys don't even care about defense like that, where these guys are just chugging up all these shots, man. It ain't basketball. 130s. Give me a break, man. They only scored 86-84. He's trying to knock an era of guys because they played defense. He's acting as if they couldn't score that high. It's not about these guys not being able to score or shoot or any of this kind of stuff. It's hard to score when guys are playing D. When guys are legit playing D and they're allowed to be physical on you. Once again, it makes it harder to score. Lou Williams, you're not going to say that? You're just going to say, oh, yeah, they put up 130s. Like they were going against the same level of defense, man. What an absolute joke, man. Matt Barnes, he chimes in with this. Yeah, they got 90 after 3 quarters now. 90 after 3 quarters. Exactly. They got 70 sometimes at half. That ain't defense. Who wants to watch this crap? You got games out here, 140 to 101. 40, 30-point blowouts every night in the NBA. But he's mad that the NBA final score was 86-84. How many of y'all out there wish for scores like that in the finals? How many of y'all out there are waiting for the NBA to bring back defense? Bring back their hand checking. Bring back effort. Bring back a love of the game. We're all waiting on this, for that version of NBA to come back. I'd love to see a score 90-92. 95-88. I'd love to see something like that. Once again, they're trying to knock guys for playing difference. And then this is where it gets really stupid. He says this, Lou Williams. It's a different game. It's a different game, bro. It's a different game. So he keeps saying, different game, bro. These guys are more skilled now. The pace is faster. They keep saying the pace stuff. Pace. These guys don't even know what pace means. They just say the word pace. Oh, yeah, these guys are faster. They're not running more. They're not doing more. They're doing less. They're going from 3-point line to 3-point line. You guys don't know the game, man. You guys aren't watching the game, apparently, from back in the day. Those guys ran baseline to baseline, you fool. He says it's a different game. Like, who is Luke Longley going to guard? That's what he said. He said, who is Luke Longley going to guard? Lou Williams, my man. Once again, I tell you, these guys don't do their homework or their research. He's asking us who Luke Longley is going to guard out there on the court because he can't guard anybody. He's Luke Longley. Did Lou Williams not realize that the starting center for the Warriors that season was Zaza Pachulia? I don't think Lou Williams even looks into this stuff. He just talks, man. I think they think they're being funny. Oh, look, who's Luke Longley going to guard? I got you now. Who's Zaza Pachulia guarding? I'm pretty sure give me Luke Longley all day, every day with Zaza Pachulia, man. Zaza Pachulia would be dominated by Luke Longley. Zaza Pachulia can't guard Luke Longley. Zaza Pachulia is known for being a goon, a guy who took out Kawhi Leonard's knee. That's their starting center, Lou Williams. So you're acting as if Luke Longley's going to be out there having to guard Kevin Durant or somebody. Zaza Pachulia was their starting center in the finals. Zaza Pachulia. But Lou Williams is out there talking as if Luke Longley's not going to have anyone to guard. Who's Zaza Pachulia guarding? Like I said, who's Steph Curry guarding? Who's Klay Thompson guarding? Klay Thompson, they tell you, is an all-time great defensive player, made one all-defensive team in his career, guys. You guys realize that? Klay Thompson made one all-defensive team in his career. One! And they want to celebrate him as a lockdown 3-and-D guy? He ain't Dan Marley, man. Dan Marley was a much greater defensive player than Klay Thompson. Dan Marley was a legit 3-and-D guy in his era. You had to be much more physical, much tougher. Klay Thompson's frail, man. He's soft as hell. He had a nice game, Klay Thompson, but he's only who he is because of Steph Curry and the team they played on. He got hyped up for some all-star games and an all-defensive team. Dan Marley wasn't on these super-duper teams like that, with teams that were trying to stack up the odds against him, and he was getting accolades. Dan Marley was a guy that knew how to win. He contributed. He was a really good role player. A lot of the teams he played on were solid teams. The Miami Heat, the Phoenix Suns, right? Dan Marley was a competitor, man. He went out there and competed. He made more all-defensive teams in his career than Klay Thompson did. And he did it in a much more defensive-minded era, going against much stiffer competition at that position. So we're talking about Klay Thompson. Who's Klay Thompson guarding, man? Who's Draymond Green guarding? Is Draymond Green going to stop Dennis Rodman? Is Draymond Green going to be able to go against Dennis Rodman? I mean, come on. Imagine Kevin Durant trying to go against Scottie Pippen on defense. I mean, like I said, who was Steph Curry guarding? He ain't guarding Jordan. I told you, if they put him on Ron Harper, because Ron Harper can't shoot, they'll tell you. They'll put Ron Harper in the post. Remember, Ron Harper sacrificed scoring to play on the Bulls and be a role player. Ron Harper was a 20-point-per-game scorer. He could score. He could post Steph Curry up. He could make Steph Curry need help, double team Ron Harper in the post, and leave who? Jordan open? I mean, what are they going to do? So he's talking nonsense here, talking about who Luke Longley going to guard. He'll guard Zaza Pachulia, dude. I mean, maybe you don't know who's on the team. And once again, who's to say that Luke Longley would be out there the whole game? And then he says this. He says maybe in a grind out, slow, walk the ball up, different rules, their rules, maybe the Bulls would win. Their rules. No, that's the real NBA basketball rules, where they call travels, carries, right? They call this kind of stuff, right? They allow you guys to play defense, right? They don't, no freedom of movement nonsense, no ticky-tack fouls. You got to go out there and earn it. You got to be tough out there. He's talking about on a grind out, slow, walk the ball up. The Bulls ain't playing no walking up slow style of basketball all the time. Those guys could run. Pippen and Jordan on the break. Rodman on the break. I mean, what are we doing here? We're just trying to, now they're lazy and they're slow. They can't run the break. What are you talking about here, man? Give me Michael Jordan and Pippen on the break way greater than Draymond Green and Curry on the break, or Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, or Kevin Durant and Draymond Green on the break. I mean, these guys ain't on the break like Pippen and Jordan. Stop it. And like I said, who's going to dominate the glass? Who dominated the glass? Dennis Rodman dominated that glass. Luke Longley going to dominate that glass. Scottie Pippen going to dominate the glass. All the rebounders on the Bulls. All the rebounders. But Lou Williams never mentioned rebounding one time during this whole damn clip. Not rebounding once. You have Dennis Rodman, who's an elite level rebounder. Scottie Pippen was a very good rebounder in that position. Michael Jordan was a very good rebounder in that position. They're going to out-rebound Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green can't shine the shoes of Dennis Rodman down low. Kevin Durant averages 7 rebounds for his career at 7 feet tall. They tell you, or he's 7 feet tall, and he can shoot and dribble. Can't rebound, though. Can't play defense, though, Lou Williams. You didn't mention that at all? You ain't going to talk about the defense, a lack of defense from them dudes? Who's the best defenders on the court, guys? Do you guys think it's Draymond Green? Is he the best defender? He's not even close. He's not close to Pippen, Jordan, or Rodman. So the best defenders on the Bulls. Who do the Warriors have? Draymond Green and Andre Iguodala. Klay Thompson? They can't shine the shoes of Jordan, Rodman, Pippen, and Harper. They cannot. And all of those guys can play multiple positions. They're all long and athletic. All of them. They can all play multiple positions. They'll be just fine, but Lou Williams ain't even mentioned none of this stuff. He's talking about different rules. Oh, they walk it up, then the Bulls could win. Walk it up. No, the Bulls will be running half-court traps, full-court presses on guys like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant. They wouldn't know till they turn the ball over left and right. Look how many turnovers Steph Curry had against Dellavedova. Come on, man. The video footage is there. We saw Kevin Durant struggle against defense like that. That was similar. That was kind of physical. Marcus Smart was making him struggle. But I'm supposed to believe he's going to be okay going against Pippen? Come on, man. Lou Williams just sound crazy. He says you couldn't double MJ in the post. So now he's trying to talk about the rules that Michael Jordan was allowed to play. You couldn't double MJ. I'm confused. Do these guys not watch any video? Michael Jordan was regularly being doubled in the post. These guys don't get the concept of illegal defense. They really don't. It's like today, right? We'll say these guys don't call the travels or the carries, even though traveling is still on the books. There's still a rule in the rule book. They haven't changed the rules. They just changed the enforcement of it. So I say that to say this. They love to talk about illegal defense. Oh, they had illegal defense back in the day. But how often are they enforcing it? You're trying to tell me that Michael Jordan never played against zones? Oh, Michael Jordan never go against zones. They played zones. Just because they tell you that the rules said that there was no zones allowed, go watch the games. You see zones. You hear the broadcasters call it out. Oh, they're in a zone. They're going into a zone here. Did NBA teams use zones? No, because zones only work in college. Zones don't work in the pros. Who the hell uses a zone? Crap defensive teams use zones. When I played basketball growing up, you only ran a zone because you didn't have the personnel to run defense. You didn't have the personnel, so you ran a zone. That's why they run zones. These guys are weak. The zone ain't going to work against the Bulls and Michael Jordan, man. But they were allowed to use zones. They did double team Michael Jordan. Remember, when they were going to go for a double team in the post, this guy said they couldn't double team Michael Jordan in the post. That's a lie. How many times did Michael Jordan beat the double team? The thing about the double teams, guys, was this. This is how it worked. If you're going to commit to a double team, let's say Michael Jordan's in the post, if you're going to send another defender at him, they had to fully commit. They couldn't go halfway. They couldn't shade it or cheat it. They had to go all the way. Either you go all the way or you don't. That's the key. If you didn't go all the way, then yes, they would call maybe illegal defense, maybe every once in a while. But Michael Jordan was heavily double teamed in the post. This is why in the postseason, they went to Michael Jordan more in the post, Lou Williams, you clown, to put the pressure on defenses, to make them have to make a decision. Do we double Michael Jordan or do we not double him? Do we allow him to go one-on-one or do we send help? Because Michael Jordan was excellent at reading the defense. So sometimes he'd spin baseline and beat the double team. Sometimes he would spin and make a quick pass, open man. But Lou was telling you they couldn't double him. He don't know the game. He wasn't watching the game. You see what I'm saying, guys? They let you know that they didn't know crap or weren't watching it by the way they say things, the way they speak. Ah, man. So as you guys can see, Lou Williams didn't give you any explanation for why the Bulls had no chance against the Warriors. From what I hear here, it seems that the Warriors had no chance against the Bulls to me. And I think we could all agree. Give me the Chicago Bulls. I'm not saying the Bulls are the greatest team of all time. It doesn't matter. I know one thing for certain. The Warriors are not, it's not that they don't have a chance. The Bulls got no chance. No, to me, the Warriors have less of a chance to beat the Bulls than the Bulls do of beating the Warriors, man. And all the facts that I just gave you, I broke down. Lou Williams, he didn't say nothing here. He gave you his emotions, how he feels about it. A bunch of hypothetical what-ifs and woulda, coulda, shouldas. The facts remain. We have video footage to verify a lot of the stuff that he says that wouldn't happen the way it would happen. Kevin Durant could pull from 30. Yeah. Oh, and all that made him win championships all the time. Some guy was up 3 games to 1. Where was that pulling from 30 then? Wasn't around. Where's Kevin Durant's defense when it matters most to shut down guys? It's never there. Who's Luke Longley going to guard? No, who's Zaza Pachulia going to guard? Who's going to chase Steph Curry? No, who's Steph Curry going to chase? Who's going to chase Klay Thompson? Who's Draymond Green guarding? Draymond Green, they have no rebounder. Their best rebounder was who? JaVale McGee? Who's their best rebounder? I'm trying to figure it out. Who's rebounding on that team? There's no one that's going to be able to touch Dennis Rodman or Luke Longley on the glass. Scottie Pippen on the glass. They're going to dominate the boards. I mean, how many second chance opportunities would the Bulls get against the Warriors, man? Lou Williams is talking about scoring 130. Dude, they're not going to get, the Bulls are going to get so many second chance opportunities based off the way that they play the game. They have all the size. They have all the size. Like, at one point, Lou Williams was talking about, people, the personnel. Dude, the Bulls have all the size. They have all the athleticism is on their side. They have that. I mean, think about the overall players. Their players are better overall than Draymond Green, Zaza Pachulia. Like, once again, he knocked Luke Longley, but Luke Longley is 10 times better than Zaza Pachulia. Once again, he don't even know the personnel on the Warriors that he's talking about. All he's thinking about is Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. Right, but you have Matt Barnes saying, oh, who's their best defenders? Jordan, Rodman, and Pippen. Who's the best defense on the Warriors? Draymond Green, Iguodala, and Thompson? Not even close, guys. Not even close. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.